Yes, hello, my name is Tage Nielsen and I'm employed at the Conson technical staff responsible for developing the new XP system, which is what we're going to present in this video. The XP system originates from the well-known CP system, which has been on the market since the mid-90s, well known with bus connectors, IOs and output connectors and the well-known Conson box. So what happens with the XP system? Well, basically the modules at a first glance they look the same, but there are some major differences. The first differences that you will notice is that whereas the CP system has a 3-wire bus connector, then on the XP system we now have a 4-wire. So the bus signaling is changed. So on the XP system you have a two-way communications, whereas in the old CP system you only had one-way communication from the link modules to the actor modules. Now all modules are able to perform two-way communication. Even though the bus connection on the XP is now different, it now has the possibility to has the possibility to do two-way communication. It is still backwards compatible with the CP system. That means that every module in the XP system can replace a model of the same type in a CP system. So even though the bus here is changed, it's still possible to actually connect an XP model to an old CP model. And to do this, you can from Conson get left and right bus adapters, which transform from 3-wire to 4-wire bus connectors. On the XP system, you program everything from Contool, which will be thoroughly handled in other videos where we'll describe how to use the Contool. So you don't need your con key, and you don't actually need to go to the junction box anymore to program the system. Everything is programmed from the buses, and firmware can also be operated in this system. On the side of the module you will see some more information. For instance, every module has a unique serial number which is used for detecting modules, and you have also the EAN number visible here on the side label of the module. On the XP system there is actually two or more buses, but there are two types of buses. The one which is called CONBus, just like on the old CP system, is a bus that are connecting all modules in a fuse box. Then on all actual modules you are able to take out a bus for the installation. That means that you here on the first 4 terminals of all actual models, which is plus, minus and D and E, you can connect push button and link modules, and on each actual model you can take a new bus out into your installation. So you are actually able to do more buses in a system, because on each actor model you can take out a new bus. And actually we recommend that you do use more buses, because not only do you get a more secure system for failure if something goes wrong, or if you have some wiring error on the bus, it's easier to find it with a bus with 20 push button switches instead of 50. So that's an important detail of the XP system, that you do not have only one bus, but you have more buses in the system. you operate the modules is with Contool, which is a PC software where you can detect and program all the modules in the XP series. So in the XP series, it consists of a whole series of modules. The types, the details are more or less the same as CP, so many of you will probably know the types already. We have an XP11, which is a power supply for the system. It has power supply, it supplies the plus minus 24 volts on the CON bus. We have an XP130, which is an Ethernet interface, which is the interface you use for communicating with your system from your PC. It has an Ethernet connection to your local area network, and then you can start programming the system. It is not necessary to leave the Ethernet interface in the fuse box afterwards, but it's necessary for programming. Then there is a one-channel light dimmer, which is capable of delivering from up to 1000 watts. There is a three-channel light dimmer, which is capable of delivering up to 210 watts per channel. And both the one-channel and the three-channel are universal light dimmers. That means that they discover the kind of load that they have and regulate it and say chooses between leading edge or trailing edge dimming according to the load of the light dimmer. Then there is a universal ballast controller which can provide 0 to 10 volts or DSI or DALI for ballast control. And then we have an XP24, which is a four-way relay module. On all modules, see, the build-up is just as the CP system. You have your safety voltage input here. You also have that on the new model. So you're still able to, for instance, for an XP24, you're still able to control it directly through simple switches. The XP modules can also be controlled from push-button modules, which are connected to the plus minus and DE bus of an actor module. So if you see inside a Conson switch, you can see it has the plus minus and DE for the actor module, and then you can loop your bus to the next push button as well, polytiling again, and you can loop your bus to the next push button. And these push buttons are available in different types of designs, as you can see here. It's also available in say a PCB version, where it's actually like a link module you can build in your wall, and then have the design of push button panels that you are used to on your own market. So it's a link module from simple push buttons to a Conson bus for the actual modules. Another possibility for controlling the light is also different kinds of remote controls. It is so that these push button panels come in different versions, but they, for instance, can have an infrared receiver for Bang & Olufsen, remote controllers of different types. There's also a version doing 38 standard kilohertz infrared, where we have some Logitech products on the market that you can use for remote controlling your light. Finally, it's also possible to control Conson light system with your iPhone. which can be connected to the Contool software, and through the Contool software you're able to see your floor plans and your push button switches. And this enables you to control the light in an easy manner through the touchscreen on the iPhone. And the same is of course possible with an iPad as well.